In this lesson, you will learn about the following: the stars, the solar system, the planets, the earth, what causes day and night, and what causes seasons. The tiny objects that twinkle in the night sky are stars. A star is a huge ball of hot gases which gives out heat and light. We see the sun in the day sky. The sun is a star. It is the nearest star to our planet, the Earth. So, it appears to be very big. Some stars are even bigger than our sun, but they appear smaller because they are very far away from us. The stars that are visible to us belong to the Milky Way galaxy. A galaxy is a huge group of stars that contain billions of stars. There are billions more of such galaxies in the universe. Our solar system is located at one side of the Milky Way galaxy. It consists of the Sun, planets, dwarf planets, moons, and some other objects. The Sun is the center of our solar system. All of these revolve around the Sun in their fixed paths called the orbits. A big heavenly body that revolves around the Sun or any other star is called a planet. A planet does not have heat and light of its own, but reflects the light of its closest star. The 8 planets that orbit the Sun are the Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. The first 4 planets from the Sun are rocky and solid planets. The next 4 planets are made of icy cold gases and are large in size. The 3 planets, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, are often visible in the sky. The last 4 planets are far from our Earth and can be seen only with the help of a telescope. Our Earth is very special as it is the only planet which has air and water. It is a beautiful planet with oceans and mountains, plants and trees, humans and animals. The initial Earth was a huge ball of dust and hot gases. It kept spinning for millions of years. As it spun, its outer surface turned cold and hard and formed the crust. The humans, plants and animals live on the crust. The Earth's crust is about 30 kilometers thick. Below the crust is the hot mantle, which is made up of molten rocks. It is about 3,000 kilometers thick. The innermost layer is called the core and is made up of iron, nickel, and some other metals. The core is extremely hot with very high temperature reaching up to 5,700 degrees Celsius. Sometimes the molten rocks in the mantle find a weak spot in the Earth's crust. They break through this weak point and the hot boiling liquid called lava, along with some gases, rushes out of the crust. This is called a volcano. The Earth spins like a giant merry-go-round. It spins about an imaginary line passing through its center. This imaginary line that passes through the north and south poles of the Earth is called its axis. The spinning of the Earth on its axis is called rotation. One rotation of the Earth is completed in 24 hours. Any time during these 24 hours, only half of the Earth is exposed to the Sun, while the other half remains away from the Sun. This is the reason we have day and night. There is another imaginary line which divides the Earth into 2 equal halves. This imaginary line is called the equator. The two equal halves into which the equator divides the earth are called the northern and the southern hemispheres. The axis of the earth is not vertical, but it is slightly tilted. Besides spinning on its axis, the earth also moves around the sun. This movement of the earth around the sun takes place on a fixed path called its orbit. The movement itself is called revolution. This duration is called a solar year or a year commonly. Throughout the year, as the earth orbits the sun, its paths are in different positions with respect to the sun. This difference causes change in seasons at different places on the earth. At any time, the northern and the southern hemispheres have opposite seasons. The four main seasons are spring, summer, autumn, and winter. The two factors that cause seasons to change every few months are the tilted axis of the earth and the revolution of the earth around the sun. When the north pole of earth is tilted towards the sun, the countries in the northern hemisphere get more sunlight and have summers. When the north pole is tilted away from the sun, the countries in the northern hemisphere get less sunlight and have winters, while the countries in the southern hemisphere have summers.